Hello to everyone. I understand this situation won't be important to many people, but I think it's crucial to address what happened in yesterday's first Molten Core run on Warmane's new fresh vanilla server. Honestly, my goal with this short video is to get attention from Warmane staff and try to wake them up and fix some, I would say, pretty basic issues. Rather than sit here and ask for a reset of race, which I know it won't happen, but at least there will be more light to this disappointing round first story. First, to give quick insight to people that don't know, for Vanilla Classic Molten Core, in order to open last two bosses of Raid, and of course get the achievement, you need to do long quest chain that requires almost your whole raiding roster. You also need to farm reputation with Hydraxian Waterlords who are going to give you this item in order to douse runes of these 7 bosses. Basically, douse can be translated as to extinguish or put out something. All in all, only thing you need to know is that this takes enormous amount of time to do, specifically reputation, and also time spent being summoned out of raid and inside to complete quests for 7 players in your raid. Having that in mind, we can move on to what happened in a race yesterday. My guild, which is on Horde side, was ready. All the preparation throughout entire week came to Saturday's launch of Molten Core. Everything was going fine with the server, no lags, no bugs, nothing out of ordinary. After around 1 hour and 20 minutes, we come across a very rare situation where GM of server visited us in raid. As we are clearing our way to Sulfuran, he said, "Just wanted to let you guys know that we have a pending fix for the DAOs. However, Majordomo Executus has been despawned now due to this pending fix. The round first race will continue when you are able to douse. Again, Majordomo is boss before Ragnaros, which cannot be started before you douse those 7 bosses I mentioned earlier. So basically by this statement, dousing bosses is required." We continued clearing, finished Sulfuron, and server announced to restart in 10 minutes. From that point on, we cleared all ads around in front of next 2 bosses, so we are ready once server is back up again. GM also comes in again, saying, "You guys can douse after the restart again." Right before reset, we get information that Guild from Alliance, who was considered as contender for round first, is already on Majordomo.
How are they doing Majordomo? What?
What's up?
They're doing Majordomo.
Yeah, they are.
How?
I don't know.
Are you joking?
They are doing it.
Who is doing it?
Infamous is doing Majordomo right now.
But it's gonna be like.
But they need the douses.
I don't know, like.
Wasn't
they
it
are doing
despawned? What the
Oh.
fuck?
Did they stop it for
Yeah,
us
they
because
did.
we're ahead? Oh, no, they're ahead now then.
I have no idea what happened.
Doesn't matter, they didn't came for first quest, I know for sure. We have people here.
The
like-
thing is, they said like they don't have
No,
the
but-
doses anymore.
If Majordomo spawned, didn't need the dose.
Yeah, rag them in rag.
Because don't mind.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Keep entering world, guys. They were at mid-try of Majordomo, right? Yeah, they tried to kill it before reset to
Yeah,
to
but they
clutch it.
couldn't. They,
Then it's fine. Majordomo will kill them. Majordomo shouldn't be there if it's fixed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the GM said, listen, the GM said he's
Hey, we're back
despawning
in.
Majordomo until fixed. How are we?
But it's
Log back.
Get in.
Yeah.
Get in.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it.
20
We
seconds.
race. We fucking play.
This was very crucial blow to our guild. Loss of focus, pressure to hurry and catch up to them, bad communication, and overall just complete shift in mindset balance. Let's not even talk about the countless hours spent in and out of raid to prepare for essential Ragnaros encounter. Up until the first interaction with GM, we were cold-headed, very small mistakes, and with good macro execution, cleared most part of instance. Of course, we cannot blame anyone but ourselves for how this information impacted us, but you can't put a blind eye on certain things relating to this. What I mean by that is first, there were talks from way earlier since the beta test version of this server that the mentioned Alliance Guild has a Warmane Game Master as their player. I am not against GM playing the game of course, but being part of serious racing guild makes you wonder, isn't it weird? With all things considered. Why is the very same Warmane staff GM who came to inform us a VIP in Twitch channel of infamous player who streamed their run? And just to address, the VOD from that streamer is of course not public anymore. Why didn't we get instant notification that Majordomo is spawned again and not whole 7 minutes after reset? To end the clown fiesta of events, exactly 7 minutes and 15 seconds after reset, GM shows up one last time saying, "No dowsing is needed for this week. You will be able to fight Ragnaros after Majordomo is dead." Now you can probably imagine the guild's morale after saying this. If it was not low by now, then GM's announcement sealed the deal. Having everything considered so far, let's talk at all questionable turns of events, which I consider wrong, but you can judge yourself. The GM showing in our raid back and forth while we are racing was not needed. Just the fact that he gave two different important informations in span of 20 minutes is enough of bad reason. Why did GM lie to us that everyone had douses when we had people from our guild standing in Ashara, summoning for quest, and no alliance player was there? Why was there no announcement about very important mechanic to be able to finish Molten Core? We even made a ticket a week ago asking. It would literally take you 5 seconds to answer. No, you don't need, or yes, you need. Why was there no answer even in-game about the very same thing, spamming around 20 tickets asking the same thing, 17 hours before launch? Isn't staff member being part of Realm First Race Guild very suspicious activity? Being sorry and apologizing is not what we want after something like this. I say this because roughly 6 to 8 hours after race, they posted on forum announcement regarding the race. I linked in description so you can take time to read it yourself. I will go through the most important stuff though. We take full responsibility for not noticing that Runes of Warding were working as on Wrath of the Lich King expansion, meaning that they are automatically deactivated on boss kill. As we are responsible for checking that the game works as intended, we should have been more vigilant in our testing. We extend our sincere apologies for any inconvenience this may have caused. Should have, could have, would have, and apologizing is not it. Very weak and unneeded response. We all know you fucked up. Alliance Guild knows as well, trust me. We needed much better response, even during raid, and not sending your minion to spread bullshit information which not only it was of no help, but it had negative impact too. If you take full responsibility and admit mistakes, why let just one guild have worse end of the stick? It was brought to our attention during the live runs on Onyxia, but by that point it was too late to enable the vanilla manual dosing of runes version, as it would require a server restart and give some raids advantage over the others based on how far they've progressed. This part is very triggering. I am legit sitting and wondering, how can you reread what you wrote before posting and think this is fine? So by not making vanilla dowsing version, you unironically gave other guild who didn't farm Dauses advantage. But writing this, you are saying you didn't want to give other raids advantage. So, in order to keep the spirit of competition as fair as it can be under the circumstances, the fix was scheduled with the following restart that would only affect the new raid IDs. If you think this is fair, I sincerely question your morals. Having thoughts about this race being faulty, scripted in favor of one guild, and almost blatant cheating is higher and higher. Then we just have a bunch of laughable and miserable statements how their staff gave false information during raid. Yeah, you don't say. Why would you give any information during live racing if it's not certain? They also say how this may not be the ideal solution. Well, depends who you ask, friends, right? For the end note on my part, this is just very demoralizing after spending a week of preparing. You need to realize how important that portion of time was spent doing quests, as elementals were farmed until 6 AM on the day of race. Instead, that time could have been used for consumables, engines, gearing up, and all other essential activities to increase quality of clearing first raid as fast as possible. Please have in mind, and this is a very important part, by not getting any response about dowsing, we just had to do it. Imagine we had everything prepared and coming into race relying on just pure luck. You can't have that kind of mindset if your only goal is to do everything required to finish race first. I simply cannot believe that Alliance Guild ignored it when they were hungry for round first as much as we were. There comes a very big and crucial question. Did they know about it, having some sort of illicit communication with server staff? If Warmane didn't fuck up as they admitted, by default, Alliance Guild would not be able to finish run and things will be different. I would really like to hear your opinion about this in comments, even if you don't play on Warmane. I would also like some staff member to answer most important and question things relating to these events. Thank you for your time.
They shall not rob us of our nobility! We shall stand and spit venom at our tormentors for eternity! Keep up, motherfucker!